Hello, I'm Ruth Files and I'm the Head of Art here at Withington. Inspired by a national initiative started by the artist Tom Croft, we in the art department here at Withington also held a deep desire to give back to our very special key working alumni, all of whom have been working tirelessly and without question for us during this time of unprecedented international crisis. We hope these portrait gifts go a little way to express the depth of our gratitude and our heartfelt thanks.
Hi, I'm Molly and I really enjoyed painting Charlotte and being part of this Key Workers alumni project. I used acrylic on canvas in a semi-realistic style and I hope I've captured her friendly face in a realistic way. It was really nice to give back to the key workers and they can look back at the paintings and know they're appreciated and celebrated every day for their hard works and effort.
Hi, I'm Asia and I really enjoyed being a part of this project painting NHS key workers. With my portrait, I chose to use acrylic paint as it highlights the vibrant tones in the image. Ricky is a consultant plastic and reconstructive surgeon who has been working hard to ensure her cancer patients are protected and taken care of during this pandemic. Her determination is admirable in these tough times and I'm glad we can do something to give back to those risking their lives for us.
For the NHS Portrait Project, I had the honour of choosing to paint a work photo of Sophie Cheshire, who works as a radiology doctor. Her work within the medical field has played a large role in the fight against COVID-19, and I hope my portrait will show my appreciation towards her hard work and effort. With inspiration from the warm lighting in the photo, coupled with the X-ray photos, I've decided to do a warm and desaturated drawing in watercolour and fine line.
It's been my absolute pleasure to be able to paint this portrait of Eleanor Cotton, who not only is one of our alumni, but the daughter of a dear friend and colleague, Fabiola. I watched Eleanor grow up at school, and after this I continued to hear from her mum all about how hard she worked for 6 years at university and at medical school to become a doctor. She graduated this year and without any hesitation began to work in April to help with the situation posed by the pandemic on the front line as a junior doctor at Manchester Royal Infirmary. In my oil painting, I wanted to use the colours and brush strokes to capture Eleanor's infectious smile and the warmth of her personality. I hope I have gone some way to achieving this. I do hope you both love it. I have thoroughly enjoyed painting it as a gift for you both.
Hi Sherry, I'm Emma and I took part in painting this portrait as I am honestly so proud and so impressed of all the work that the NHS has done to combat this dangerous virus, and it could not have been done without each and every brave individual who came into work every day and risked their lives to save the lives of brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, parents and grandparents and friends. Every life saved by the NHS workers is important to so many people and I don't think the country could ever repay that debt to them. I wanted to give something back to the incredible community and use my own time to give someone the recognition and acknowledgement they deserve, just as they have used their time to help the sick and dying. It's a difficult time for everyone and I would like to thank you and show you appreciation with this portrait. Thank you.
Hi Amy, I'm Eleanor. I chose to do this portrait of you as I was initially drawn to the composition of the picture. I love the armchair and the positioning of your figure on it. I chose to use coloured pencil because it's both a traditional method and produces the best quality result for you. I really enjoyed working on this piece and I hope you like it. Thank you so much for all your hard work over the past few months.
Julia Johnston, Head of Third Form and Art Teacher. I chose to paint a portrait of Rachel Stone, a GP in Macclesfield. Her pose and the mysterious element of wearing a mask reminded me of a painting called Girl with a Pearl Earring by Vermeer, and so I adapted the background and the pose to echo this famous artwork. Rachel said she chose a superhero print because real superheroes don't wear capes. So I felt it was important to keep the pop art superhero element of her attire, although I changed the words to suit the pandemic situation and to add some context to the portrait.
Hi, I'm Olivia, and I chose to paint Angela's portrait as I really like the composition of the photograph she sent in. As you can see Angela's arms, it's clear that she was holding the camera and that she took the photograph herself. This makes the image more personal. I felt that watercolour would be an appropriate medium for this piece, as the translucent layers of colour allow the warm undertones of the skin to show through, bringing life to the portrait. I hope she likes it.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I've had the honour of commissioning a portrait for a GP named Dominique. I was drawn to this particular image because of the visible PPE that she is wearing and the background of a hospital bed. To paint a face so concealed with equipment initially seemed odd to me, which is why I thought it reflected the current state we are in perfectly. To see captured in an image a small snapshot of the working life of a key worker in such circumstances was captivating, which I thought needed to be portrayed accurately. I therefore chose to use acrylics to paint my portrait and adopted a more realistic style to portray Dominique and her surroundings. I would like to say a huge thank you to Dominique and the NHS for all their hard work and sacrifices.
I'm delighted to have been able to create a second double portrait of Newtown and her father to say thank you for the work that they are both doing as GPs here in our hometown of Manchester. I decided upon a pencil drawing for the major part of the artwork due to the complexity of the composition with the two portraits and the intricate and beautiful clothing. What also struck me was the richness of the turquoise colours within the clothing of Newtown and her father, which was also mirrored through the sky at the top. I hope that I've captured the clearly close relationship between father and daughter.
Hi Charlotte, I'm Anushka. I really wanted my portrait to convey the brutal reality that key workers faced working in the coronavirus pandemic, the painful, restrictive nature of PPE, the long shifts, etc. I chose to use black ink as I felt that ink was the best way to capture your ruthless expression and the effects of these realities, such as the jagged marks caused by wearing face masks.
Hi Zoe and Anna, I'm Raida. I chose to do this portrait in acrylic paints as I felt that it was the best medium to portray the cheerful smiles and optimism in the photo, which is perfectly symbolic of brighter times ahead. Celebrating two NHS key workers with this captured moment of joy felt like a small way of expressing my appreciation for your constant hard work and courage, and it was nice to paint a portrait knowing that it brings two sisters on opposite ends of the world closer together.
I'm Zoe Taylor and I'm an art teacher here at Withington. I've really enjoyed painting Ellie's portrait, and I decided early on that the NHS blue and also the blue of the face masks should play an important part in the portrait, and as you can see here in the background, it's a mixture of the two. The portrait of Ellie fades in and out of the blue background in places to connect the two together, and this was done on purpose to reflect Ellie's deep connection to the NHS. Coming from a textile design background, I tend to incorporate fabric and stitch in my artwork. I've sewn on the masks and a delicate piece of embroidery anglais, as well as gold stitch around the edge of the portrait to add a tactile quality to the portrait.
Hi, I'm Mariam, and I was the one who did this portrait. So the NHS workers have been essential to our community in these unprecedented times, and I'm really grateful to be given this opportunity to create a portrait for one of our Withington alumni working for the NHS. I decided to use pencil for the majority of the portrait as it is something I'm more familiar with, and in order to capture the likeness of Chloe, I hope she enjoys this end result, and I enjoyed working on this portrait very much.
Hi Arthie, I'm Hannah. It's been an honour to paint your portrait and thank you for sending your photograph in. I thought the flowers would add a nice touch and I think they complement you really well. I would also like to say thank you for all the hard work you have done during these difficult times and I hope you like the portrait.
Hi Aaliyah, it was really heartwarming to hear your reasons for sending in your photograph to us, to pay tribute and to say thank you to your dad for all of his hard work during this very difficult year. The photograph is wonderful of the two of you. I love the dynamic between you and him in the image. He's clearly very proud of you too, and there is an obvious strong bond, which is so lovely to see. I've drawn your portraits in pencil due to the scale and composition within your photograph, and I've deliberately chosen to add more detail and depth of tone to your faces to draw more attention to your differing facial expressions. I hope I've been successful in this, and of course I do hope you both enjoy the piece and will continue to look back on it in years to come.
Hi Nadia, I'm Mia, and I've spent the last few months painting your portrait. I chose to paint your lovely photo in acrylic paint, and I really hope you like it. Thank you so much for all your hard work in these unprecedented and difficult times. I really appreciate the work you're doing as a doctor during the pandemic.
Thank you for your photograph. I really enjoyed painting you. For your portrait, I used gouache paint on board. I'd like to say thank you for all you do, from putting up with wearing a mask every day, all day, to risking your own health to keep us safe. I hope you like it.
Hello Jocelyn, I just wanted to say thank you so much for sending in all your beautiful photos. I chose the one with you in your mask and scrubs as I felt that it really captured the moment and told the story of the current situation. I was really struck by what you wrote in your email, and I was really pleased that we were able to offer you a little thank you gift for coming out of retirement to cover the gaps left by doctors on a special care baby unit, those doctors who were taken to cover for the coronavirus. I've created your portrait using a special etching technique which I hope captures all the intricate details within your photograph, including the words and images on your lanyard, identity card and your lovely star badge. I hope that it is something that you will treasure in years to come.